Everything, man. You good? Get to it.
Yeah,
All right, guys, here we are, another episode. I mean, this is kind of the work in progress, BeanTown Banter and bullshit crossover. I gotta say, because
Right.
I got them in sports. You can take the music, man. So this will be the first crossover ever. First of all, I know you as Jay Coe from Wachusett basketball, right? Because you know I had a girlfriend out there, watch you guys' games. I was always following you because I was like, man, that kid's good. Sherm Douglas, you know that. I always tell you that, right?
yeah.
So I always followed him there. You know, we met up later on in college at Anna Maria. What was your time there on the hoops team there?
I played just one semester there.
Yeah,
or
that's what I
maybe
thought.
a year or something. Yeah, that's it.
Was it with Pete Schneider? Do you remember Pete, the dude from Syracuse or whatever? And
no, it was Shay. He was the coach.
Now, yeah, Shay was the coach, and he's now the athletic director, I think, in Worcester overall. Right?
Yeah.
Yep. So Jay Coe. Now the music side of it. I know you was quite nice, and I mean,
man.
Well, before Quite Nice, when you were a DJ, you had a DJ name, I believe.
It was probably DJ Quite Nice or something. I don't even know.
I thought it was like Kid Sunshine or some shit. I'm telling you, it was something. Getting creative is what it's all about. But I remember walking through the halls of. Didn't you live there one semester too? You didn't live there very long.
Yeah, it was. I think I was there for one season.
That one room upstairs there. And I remember walking by one night, and you were sitting in there with your crates of records and your record player. I gave it a shot freestyling, did I not? You were a witness to that.
Probably, man. I just remember, music, beer, and a lot of video games.
A ton of video games. Ton of video games.
And a lot of cannabis too. Cannabis the rapper. That was when he was big.
Cannabis. You meant
crazy.
cannabis for real. You
said
no.
Can I bust the rapper? That's when he was on fire. So everybody would break that. We all listened to his stuff. They break down every syllable because he was on fire then. Like he had. I remember the end of the hall. I forget who lived there, but man, every day we'd be like, "Yo, did you hear that new cannabis joint? Like, you hear what he said?"
Yeah,
he was putting out song after song, tape after mix.
I'll have that on Pandora tomorrow. Now, thank you. That's right back to that. Yeah, man. That was a lot of Sublime too. I know everybody's listening to that too, man. All over the place for good shit. So, all right. I remember. So you went on tour in Europe, did you not?
Yeah, I went on tour
there for a while, man, right?
Yeah, I basically lived out in Europe. I was with a group called Radix, which is that was my brother back in the day. You know, me and Seek, and we did a lot of touring in Europe and Germany and London, all over the place. And we toured with DasFX. That was our big break, back in the day. So it was cool, kind of being with those guys and learning some bad habits. Just being young and just living on a bus, basically. So we did that, and I eventually toured with the dude from Jurassic 5, Akil.
Okay.
I was a hip hop dude back in the day, man. I was a hippity hop dude.
Dope.
So it was dope.
DasFX, man. I loved DasFX when they first came out because it was different, man. For me growing up, I needed that different sound. Not everything sounded the same because you couldn't sound the same back when I was coming up in hip hop. But when they came, they just had a whole different sound, that bum skiggity bum. I was like, yo, hold up, what is this?
And they did a rap video in the sewer,
right.
Nobody was doing that.
Right.
It was just so grimy and just rugged. And the Iggity shit still follows them to this day.
That must have been a dope experience for you, huh?
Oh, it was dope, man. It was dope. I toured with them. We did probably 3 runs around the world after the first one. So it was dope, man. I got the chance to build relationships with them, and they're really good dudes, man. If I ever see them at a show locally, I'll always try to go and just reminisce of the times because it was cool, man. It was You know, it was a good time.
So how'd you get into music?
Go ahead, Demar, go ahead.
My bad, Mike. So how'd you get into music? I want to know how you got into music. Like, what was it? What was it that made you be like, all right, I want to do that? And what artists influenced you the most?
Oh man, that's a dope question. Because I can distinctly remember how I got into music. I remember living on Main Street in Worcester. It is after I moved from New Jersey. I'm originally from New Jersey, Trenton, New Jersey, and I moved to Main Street in Worcester, and it was like a complete shock. I was like, "What the hell?" This is back in the crack era, so you see zombies like for real. Right. And we lived. It's kind of like where the Army Navy store is like now, like across the street. I forget what they call those brownstones. It's like two of them.
I know. I forgot what the name too, but I know exactly what you're talking about though.
I lived there on the 3rd floor, so I just remember like clicking through one of the, I think it was Yo TV Raps or something, and I saw Rob Bass. I saw Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock. And I remember I was like, Mom, I don't care how you gotta do it, you gotta buy me this tape. Word. And then that was it. And then the dude that lived across the hall was he was older than me. And he would always have the remember the British Knights?
Yep.
Yeah, with the pumps and all that stuff. Yeah, so he would hit me to all the games. So that's kind of how I like started.
Dope. How about the influence? Who influenced you the most in music?
Man, just like in music, man, when I was like MCing a lot, like I loved it kind of changed, but I mean in the beginning it was definitely like Mos Def, Talib Kweli. I love like that underground, like sound like they just made the joint in their car. Right. I love that sound. Like right. Even like super underground. Like I used to be a fan of Company Flow, which is what's his name? He's in another group now with Killer Mike. But the whole Def Jux joint, like that whole Definitive Jux, I used to love that.
I'm terrible with names, but I know who you're talking about.
LP.
Okay,
LP and Killer Mike are called shoot. I forget the name of the group. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
But they're famous now. They're famous.
They still rocking right now.
Run the Jewels. So LP started Definitive Jux. Okay. He was already famous with that, like underground famous. And then he broke off, closed the label, and then started the thing with Killer Mike called Run the Jewels. Now that's out of here.
It's popping.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, Mike, shoot.
So I'll tell you, from minute one, I noticed I was Radix. So you guys were good, but your grind was awesome to watch with that, man. I know you were everywhere, all over Radix. I remember you dropping flyers. Like you worked, man. But that's your whole, So tell me what you had an insurance company, right?
Yeah, I had an insurance company. So I got into insurance with a Fortune 500 company, a well-known company. I don't want to say the name, and then you never know with these companies, but a well-known company. And then I branched off on my own, and I probably was asking y'all, is I can write your life insurance or your car insurance or something. I loved it. I love insurance, I still do, but it kind of was. I don't know. It didn't like fulfill me. You know what I mean? It's like I always been in sales, but then I just like transitioned right back into real estate, and that's where I'm at right now.
And you got what's the name of your company officially?
Right now it's called it's Legacy. So, but it's spelled. It got a little flavor. You know what I mean? I spelled it LGCY. So the Legacy Group. Yeah. So
that's your own company. The Legacy is your company.
Yeah. It's I'm a licensed broker. In Massachusetts. I'm one of the only few that actually has this type of melanin, which is sad, in this whole area. You know what I'm saying? So I take pride in that, and I let people know. Like,
genius, man. Genius. You got to do everything yourself. You can't rely on anyone else. So like you took that to another level. But
and then just to rewind real quick. Yo, the reason why we got the DasFX tour, this is gonna blow your mind. MySpace.
Yeah.
MySpace. I was doing internet marketing and getting shows before it was like known that you could do it like that. So their tour was already booked. Their first tour was already booked. I convinced the guy who was gonna be on their road with them to bring Radix on tour.
Whoa.
And I was like, you don't gotta pay us. Don't pay us nothing. Just feed us and let us sleep in the room with you. And then we'll bring our merch and we'll make money.
Whoa.
And he's like, all right, I'll do it. And pay for the flights. He paid for all the flights. Like, this is my first time out of the country. So he like paid, we flying everywhere. So that's how we got our first tour, was off of MySpace, bro.
That's ambitious.
Awesome.
That's ambitious as hell, bro.
Crazy. I still can't even believe it to this day. Like, when I look at footage, I'm like, MySpace. I didn't even think it was real.
Right.
Like, until I was actually in the airport and the ticket worked.
Dope.
Yeah, I didn't think it was real. Like, I couldn't believe it.
Like, is this ticket for real? Am I gonna get through the gate or not?
It changed everything, because that's when I was like, yo, the internet is so powerful. Like, I had never met this dude. His name is Nyce, and he grew to be this big promoter. He owns various companies, but we were like started together. He was an underground promoter, his first big tour, and he like took a chance on this group he had never heard of. He like just liked the music. It was crazy. Changed everything.
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, changed. I quit my job. I was in a job. I quit. I was like, yo, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I am not gonna be tied to this desk and not take a chance. So I quit. My man C quit. We had like a couple hundred. We went over there with like a couple $100, yo. Just laid it all on the line, straight up. I ain't gonna lie. We came back with way more money, but we went over there broke.
Word.
It's crazy, man. But sometimes you gotta do that.
You gotta take risks. Yeah, you gotta take risks.
Take risks, man.
You taking a risk. You took a risk by starting up your own company, man.
Yeah.
That's a risk. That's a huge risk.
But it all started from that. You know what I mean? I thought I would be in front of a desk, you know what I mean? All right, you got in an accident, what's your claim number, this and that. But I was like, nah, man, I saw all these people dying. I saw a dude die at his desk. I was like, hell no, I am not gonna die at an insurance company. That's crazy. Taking my stretcher. Crazy, man. I'm like, it's not for me.
Dude died at his desk. Was your job?
Yeah, man. Mad people died at their desk. Like, they just died. You know? People get taken off in stretchers. Man, going to the hospital.
I feel like they should have got more coverage.
They have coverage? They must have had coverage.
No, they got coverage, but this is a car insurance place. Like, this is where I really first started insurance, was like a car insurance place. But they worked there forever. Like, you know, they start off at like 23 grand and then they get up to 50 by the time they retire or some shit. I was like, hell no. That's not good. Hell no.
Right.
But yeah, sorry. I just got to tell you, I'm like, what's the Soldier Boy? You know what I'm saying? I was on the internet.
I did that first. I did that
first, man. Nobody was booking out of country tours like me first.
Not on MySpace. Not on MySpace, they wasn't.
I didn't even have that many friends on MySpace. Still found it.
That's phenomenal, dude. Phenomenal.
Oh man. Yo,
so I'll kick it back to this. What did you do with Lou Gonz? Because we had him on last week.
What did he do with Lou?
Yeah, man, Lou's a good dude. I feel, man, in my opinion, I'm just go and say this because I don't care. In my opinion, like, there are artists out in the city that should be way bigger than what they are. You know what I mean? He's definitely one of them. I feel like, you know, I wish he was in that position where he just quit his job and just went. Just put his foot on the gas and just went. Cause I have the hustle and I have this. That's why we always got along so much, because his talent is up there with my hustle. My talent is like, he's a very talented individual, like extremely talented. And that's why we got along. It was like, it's a perfect like match. And I would always tell him, we would have these like deep ass conversations. Dog, you gotta just go. You gotta just go, man. This is like, but yeah, so my relationship with him is like, it spans like, I think a decade at this point. And I met him through a mutual friend at the time. His name is Dennis. And I was like, yo, Lou is dope, man. Like, and this is back when I was like in the city and then I was on the road. Like, I was literally like in the country, like in Worcester for like a month, and then I'd be in Germany for 2 months. Like, I was like it was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But when I was back, I was like, yo, hook us up, blah, blah, blah. and I left him a message, and we were gonna do one song. And then that turned into a project, and then I called him and I was like, yo, let's go on the Warped Tour. And I took him on the tour with me. And then that's kind of how the relationship, you know, the brotherhood, I'd say, started. Was then. It was years ago. But yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, Lou's a good dude.
I
thought y'all was like a team, because when I had came in, you know, I got introduced to you, and then, you know, we was over there, Lou was over there, and then my guy Chinky came down. I know you remember that. We recorded that track or whatever. Yep. But I thought you and Lou was like a team. So I thought you was either his producer, or you was managing him or helping him on the other end, like, because I knew you was grinding business wise, and I knew Lou was nice. And every time I was over there, you know, Lou was.
He was over there. Yeah, he was over here.
Because I was coming through. Me and you had linked up a couple times. I was like, yo, I'll come through. And every time I popped up over there, Lou was there.
Yeah,
or he was on his way.
It's either Lou, you saw Lou, or you saw my man Scrap here. This is kind of like where we would record all the time, but it looks completely different from the time I redid this whole area. But no, I never managed them. It was more like or it is, you know, it's not was, it's present tense. It's more of a very honest and like friendship first. Especially now, I don't really do music like I want to do it. Like I'll be sitting up here, and then I'll be like, yo, how much was that property worth? And I just go into, I'll be going into real estate mode. It's hard for me because like my personality is crazy. Like I'm either like all in something or I'm not into it. You know what I mean? I can't like half-ass anything. I have a very addictive personality. But yeah, Lou's you know, he's dope. He's a dope dude. Scrap, I did a project with you too. Man, I wish we did more, but it's like, you know, life gets in the way, and you know, we all have families, and you got some NBA players that you gave birth to, you know what I mean? You're raising. So, you know, it's, you know, that's what it is. But when the time is right, you know, it's going to happen, you know, and everyone's going to be hungry and have the same goal. So I don't force anything. You know, when the time's right, it'll happen.
I respect it. What's up with Scrap? What's he up to?
That's another one I have a good relationship with. I can be very honest with. He's working a lot right now. I think he's a very talented individual too. But it's just the body of work. You know, we live in a world where you gotta drop a joint every week on iTunes and have a video every month. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And be on Instagram and be on social media. And that's the way it is. And if people don't see you, then they forget about you.
That's a fact.
It is, you know, especially in rap. Like, dog, if you don't got the Gucci belt and the, you know what I mean? If you don't have a certain style that people can relate to, it doesn't have to be Gucci, but a certain story or whatever, and if you don't portray, like he has a story, but he's got to portray that, like he's got to show that to the people. I think once they see it and get to know him, they'll love him, man. He's a good dude.
So really I think, you know, we should tell you this now. Me and Damar discussed this. We're going to have kind of like a versus kind of theme, right? And round one, it's you against Lou Gonz.
I'll just bow out, man. You can have it. I got like one good song.
I bow out gracefully. He said I bow out gracefully.
I got one good song, man.
Keep playing it. In rotation.
Remix it. I'll get Static Selected to remix it for me, man. Just bring it back.
Hey, whenever he's ready to come on, we'll take it, man. Whatever you got, like whatever. We'll involve everyone.
Static.
No, but really, that's a real idea. We're gonna come through with that. I think.
We should do it at a venue.
That's the goal.
Yeah, man. Yep, but definitely. We actually spring, we got a big one coming. We got an event coming.
All right, man. If you need a sponsor, man, you know I'm trying to put that name on everything.
That's what we're talking about, man.
4 letters.
Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
No doubt, man. But all right, so let's kick it back to sports for a sec. Your highest game points. Wachusett. What?
Yeah, I think it was like, I want to say it was like 29 or 39 points or something. I did something crazy. I think I remember this game. I had like 29 points in the first half against like South, I think it was. It was crazy.
It's got to be about South.
I think it was crazy.
Right off the bat, Jay.
You had to take his shot. You had to take his shot early. So who did you? What team did you play for?
I played at Wachusett. I was the only black dude on that team.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only black dude on that team.
In what year?
I graduated in '99.
Okay.
So I played varsity pretty much sophomore year to senior year, but it wasn't really till my junior year that I had a breakout. People like knew me for basketball.
You're nice.
I just missed you.
Yeah.
I just missed you, Jay. I just missed you. I graduated in '95, so
I went to I saw you play. I looked up to you. You were a monster.
Okay.
People forget.
Because he was telling me before we got on, and I know you from the music, man. But once I graduated, I was still trying to make it. So my mind was elsewhere. So I didn't get to see you ball. So I'm like, yo. He said you ball. I'm like, yo, he balled. He was nice. We never talked about that. I've known you for a little bit now, and we talk music and we talk other things. We never talk ball. And you knew I was a baller. We just never spoke about it though.
Yeah. I mean, with ball, man, it's like, you either kind of was that dude or you weren't that dude. You know what I mean? Where I lived in
Jersey.
Where what the teams we played, I definitely put in work. But like the city, like Doherty South, and y'all constantly playing against each other. I mean, it was different. It was different out here.
Right.
And that's what I want to say this real quick too. And that's what I'm taking notes on you with what you did with your sons. You got them out of here and you got them playing like top level competition. And you didn't have them shy away from that. You know what I'm saying? And that's dope. That's so dope. Like you as a dad, you and your wife doing that. Man. Yeah. Like
I'm not gonna make this about me because this is about you.
I know, but I watch you too.
But I want to say this. The reason I did that is because I felt my eyes open when I went away to prep school for 1 year, and I played against dudes from South Carolina, dudes from Cali, dudes from Louisiana, and I'm like, yo, these dudes are disgusting, bro. Like, and so I had a mind frame where like I was just around here and I knew the talent around here and I was the top of the talent around here, but am I the top of the talent like in the world? Like, and so now I'm like, all right, so I learned from my experience and I'm like, well, I gotta, these kids are good around here, but I gotta let them go play against other people. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what it is, man.
You did the right thing, my brother.
And copy that. And copy that, because I'll be honest with you, I didn't do this, like I didn't make up all this shit myself either. I saw what other people were doing, and there's a couple parents and stuff that were doing things. Jalen Adams, I don't know if you heard of Jalen Adams. He plays for he might be overseas now, but he went to New Orleans Pelicans, and Kai was kind of like following him, like. Every step he went to Cushion Academy. Kai went to Cushion Academy. He left Cushion Academy, went to Brewster. Kai left Cushion Academy, went to Brewster, and then he went to Division I college, went to UConn. Kai committed to UConn.
Yeah.
But then that whole thing happened, and then he ended up on this. But like you said, hey, I didn't make this up. I know it's a cookie cutter type thing. So your little man, put him in the loop.
No, that's why I'm like this watching you. Okay.
Follow that mode. Yeah. Follow that mode.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Right.
Same with the music.
You know what's going through my head this entire time? You're like Worcester's the Ball family, man.
Man.
You're the father. You're the dude.
But he actually can play.
Like,
but he can actually
have
play.
all three of them on the Celtics.
Let's go. Hey, Celtics. All of them to the Celtics. Let's go.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Jay, what do you think about the C's this year?
Yeah.
I am gonna lie to you, man. I've been in the zone. I haven't even really watched the game.
Okay. Well, there's one on tonight. You might could catch it.
Yeah, I'll catch it. I mean, it's crazy right now. It's busy, but I'll probably catch it a little bit of it.
Good for you, man. Good for you, man.
Thank
you for making time for us. Thank you for making time.
Yeah. And I'm punctual too, man. Like you tell me a time, I'm there. I'm like, yo, we good?
You were, yeah. I told you we had issues tonight, So we took care of it.
Facts.
Tomorrow. So starting night is for BC is when? The 5th?
The 9th.
Oh, the 9th. Yeah, what am I talking about? Yeah.
Five more days, baby. Next Tuesday.
Yep.
Diamond, right?
Hit me, Jake. If you want some tickets, bring little man. You got my number. You got my email number, Facebook, whatever. However you want to hit me.
Oh yeah, man.
I'll hold you to that.
Nah, come on. Hey, I tell, and I spread the word, man. I tell everybody, let's go. Let's make it happen, man.
We're gonna make it big, man. It's a big year. It's a big year.
It's a huge year for them, man. Those two, man,
can't wait.
They're playing the Holy Cross too. We'll have it filled out for that.
Oh, hell.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's at BC though, but it's still Worcester. They're gonna be in the building, so let's go, man. Load them up. Load up the vans. Let's get the vans loaded up.
That's what I'm talking about, man. We're gonna do that. You know it.
Hey, before we get off, Cole, I'm gonna play Thick Skin, bro.
Okay.
Before we get off.
So,
no, we're not doing it right now, Mike. Come back, because I gotta do one thing real quick. Come back, Mike.
All right. He said I gotta go do one quick thing. There it is. So let's talk a little more about your company, man. About it's a real estate only. I know. Do you mix both insurance and real estate with it?
No, I strictly do real estate. So I do residential. It's called the Legacy Group. I do residential and commercial real estate. So I work with buyers and sellers. You know, it doesn't really matter. And I also kind of like the way I built the company is like push buttons. So whether you're a first time home buyer, if you don't know this person or contractors or this or that, I got it all laid out. Just push the Legacy button and we'll get you to the finish line. Lenders, contractors, everything. Literally.
What's the website?
It's so THE and then LGCY group.com. So the LGCY group.com.
Perfect, man. Yeah, this has been done, man. I think that idea is going to take off. Have a few guys every week. We'll throw a tournament down, freestyle. I think it's a great idea. He loves it. It's just all about doing it, and you know about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
It's a lot of people talk about it. I'll tell you, this thing that I put together. I put a lot of work in the beginning. I grinded. When me and DeMar first talked, it was like that. So we talked about this. We talked about this podcast. That work in progress. I gotta say 8 hours one night, man. From like 9 o'clock at night till however long it is after that. We were deep. The next day, we did it. We didn't even talk about it. We just did it. You gotta just do it. Phenomenal.
I want to say to you, I haven't seen you in a long time, man. You look good, man.
It's been a long trip,
you
man.
Look fit and shit.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, you remember the last time I saw you was when I was with my son at the track in Auburn.
That day, it's funny. Oh man, I ended the last pod fucking emotional. I will get it again. That day that I walked 7 miles that day on the track. 7 miles. And the next day I got a blister on my foot that I didn't know because I got neuropathy, right? Turned infected, blah, blah, blah. I ended up breaking my foot, but it was all from that day. And I was out that day, I just walked forever, man. I walked with my head down. I didn't even know till the however long that you were there. Remember? Yeah. I was but
what's funny is I broke my foot too.
Sheesh.
On that day or
no, probably I broke my foot 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, my life changed, right? That's when my whole mindset changed. That's when I stopped biting my tongue and tell people directly how I feel. And that's when I all the fear that I had in succeeding, because success is almost a fear. You know what I mean? If you actually attain your goal, oh shit, you made it. What are you gonna do? So,
you're right.
So I stopped doing my extracurricular stuff. So 2 years ago, that's when my life changed. When I broke my foot and almost lost my life. And when I came back, well, it's a crazy story. So I was in Texas and I was at a party, a bachelor party or whatever, and then just things got. I was too hazy. I was too woozy, and I got into what I thought was an Uber. I thought this was my Uber that I had called, and it wasn't. So they took me to the okie doke spot, pulled on me, and I was like, ooh, my basketball days came back, and I ran and jumped, and then just broke my foot. But
Damn.
Survived that night, and then had to fly back to Massachusetts with the foot. But that changed my whole life. That I would not be like here where I'm at now without that incident. So I thank God, like almost like it helped me.
Absolutely.
Slow me down.
Things like that do change, man. You look at it in the moment, it's like, yo, why? It's happened to me. And then later on in life, you're like, damn, if that didn't happen to me, who knows where I would be right now, you know?
It's true.
Real rap. True. I came back to you telling Mike he looks good, and he does. He's nice and fit. But you too, man. You look good too, man. You still look nice and fit and
sweat. Yeah, man. You know, I'm in the gym pretty much like 5-6 days a week. If I'm trying to get in there early. Trying to live long and not just fall apart. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to do that. It's so easy to fall apart, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It's new 40. Well, 42. So
I'm 40 now myself. So
hey, 40 club. I'm 44, so
40, man, you look great, man.
I appreciate it, man. Besides the grades,
can you still dunk, Demar?
You know what? The last time I did was about, I think it was like not this summer that just passed, the summer before that I did. I was at the Y and I was just like, let me get that. And my boys was out there playing it. They're dunking everything. So I'm like, give me that thing, man. It's like 2 hands, 2 feet, vertical too. Bung. But right after that, I was like, oh. Wait a
long way up now.
I said, hold up. So then ever since then, I haven't really even tried because I'm like, all right, if that I did it, and I'm gonna end on that note because I know if I don't, if I don't get it, I'm gonna keep trying and keep trying. I'm gonna end up in a wheelchair somewhere, son.
You end on top. You're on top right now.
That was a moment that changed his life right there.
Now the funny thing is, son, that changed my life was I broke my ankle, man. So we broken foot. All had a broken foot, man.
Which foot was yours?
I was my shit. That's a good question. Now I think it was my right. It was my right foot.
Right. Which foot was yours?
Left.
Your left. Yeah, it was my left.
Yeah.
Shit, I might be lying, but I don't. It was a while. It was a lot. It was like 95, 90. It was like 96. It was 96, the year after high school, my prep school year. At the end, right at the end of the season, about to go into the playoffs. I'm starting. I'm getting offers. I'm ready to go. And then right at the end of the season, senior night or whatever, there's four seniors, and he was like, "We don't have a 5th senior, so the mob start." I started with seniors that shouldn't have been playing. Came, grabbed the rebound, came down on this kid's foot. Big, he had a big size 18. He was big, slow. He shouldn't even have been on the team. Came down on his foot, crack, and then there goes my. And then basketball came back to Worcester. But guess what? If that don't happen, I don't end up with my wife at Worcester State. We don't have the boys that we have. They're not playing at BC. I would have probably been in some different state somewhere with some other chick or something, and then do something.
You would have made it to the NBA. They would have taken all your money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Been like PJ Washington.
Yeah. Oh man.
Tough. That's tough.
She's out here, yo. She's rubbing it in his face. It's crazy.
And she posted a pic, said, "Watch your sons." It was at another game talking about watch your sons.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
Real wrong.
Oh, what do you think about Ruggs, Henry Ruggs? Did you hear about that?
Yeah, the football player.
Ball player with
156 miles an hour. There's no need at any point to go that fast.
Ever
and he was
in life.
The crazy thing is, can you rewind your life and be 23 years old with $20 million in your account?
It's crazy.
I mean, there's no excuse for what he did, but it's like the mistakes that we made, when we were young.
Yeah,
they would have been multiplied by so much, having that much money so soon. That's what's more important, to have like the best decision makers around you. Like, why the hell are you driving drunk anyways? You have all this money.
Right? You don't have get a chauffeur. Get a chauffeur.
It's crazy.
Get an Uber. It's cheaper. Get whatever you want, man.
His whole life is ruined, man. That poor girl who lost her life too. And she burned to death.
Oh, did she? I didn't see. I didn't know.
Burned in the car, I think.
Oh man,
everything was on fire. Sad, man.
Terrible, man. Sad. Two families just devastated, bro.
Yeah, it's sad.
Everybody,
man.
Derek Carr had a moment today on his press conference. He said,
I saw that.
I like
What
that.
happened?
I do. He said that he needs someone to love him right now.
He spoke his piece.
I mean, in a way, think of that where you're at. You're in a cell by yourself. You got to live with. You just killed someone. Why did threw all that money away? That's a bad spot. I really don't wish on anyone. Yeah, it was his own decision. It was a mistake. But I kind of see where Derek Carr is coming from with that. Like, that's loyalty, man, to the max. That's what I mean.
The whole thing situation is just terrible.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah. I mean, the guy. No, we don't have to harp on the fact, he made a mistake. That's all it is. So.
Right. But it's sad because I try to teach my kids from other people's mistakes, kind of like this.
Right,
like I've been using things like this, and I don't want to point out details because some people were local that I use their situation for my kids, and then actually the people who are local that I use the situation, it hits home even more because it's like these kids, they're from around your way, and look what this happened, and this happened. And I use examples like this. It's sad I had to send them the clip and via text, like, listen, man, you make good decisions, man. Like, this is not a wise decision. Don't be out here drinking and driving. They're college kids, man. And, and when we was college kids, we made mistakes, like you just said, Cole. Like, so I gotta teach them through other people's mistakes. It's sad, but it's the only way I can do it and make it hit home. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I think you've done all right.
Yeah, I think you have, man. I know you have because I mean, your two boys, man, their names are like clean, yo. They're like LeBron James clean. Like, you're not hearing nothing.
So far, so good.
No, it's gonna keep going that way. It's gonna keep going that way, man.
Keep it like that. Let's keep it like that.
Yeah.
They're right there, man. They're right there to set up their whole lives, man. They're right there.
So speaking of ball and my boys, what's your favorite memory with ball, Cole?
My favorite memory with basketball. My favorite memory is just like being in the zone. Because I was always like shorter than everybody. So, I was like 5'9", 5'8", you know what I mean? And that's kind of short, but I played like way bigger than my height. And it would just being in the zone, getting buckets all over the court, like inside, outside threes, dunks, blocking people. Like, I loved just taking over a game.
Wait a minute.
My size.
You're not just gonna slide by the dunk thing like you didn't.
Yeah. I could get up there and dunk.
Okay. Now we're talking.
I remember him taking it to the hole every possession. I remember
I love the contact. It's almost like I was playing football on the basketball court, but not like sloppy like that. Like,
I'm with you.
Moves and shit. But
so you could dunk, man. You could dunk.
I used to be able to. Yeah, I used to.
5'8" dunking is saying something, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but the thing is, like, and that's one thing I learned now, and just in life. Like, when you think you're working hard, man, at something, you're really not. And I thought I was working hard, at my craft, but I really wasn't. Like, compared to get to where you need to go to, even. Like, I ended up playing in college. I ended at Fitchburg State. But if you work hard enough, you can go overseas and play and make, 50, 60 grand a year. You know what I'm saying? If you put in that work. And there was a guy on my team that he made it overseas. He played. But I say that to say, like people that watch this interview, it's like, no matter what you go through, you can overcome it. But even when you overcome it, like, don't stop working, man. Like, keep, like, getting your craft, whether it's soccer, basketball, whether it's real estate, insurance, whatever it is, always be, like, getting the edge in your craft, like reading something or even a podcast. Or if you're playing sports, you better be out there early.
Totally.
Not just playing one-on-ones and shit. You got to be working on your game. And that's one thing I definitely regret is, like, I didn't know I wasn't working as hard as I should have been working because I could have been way better. Way farther, but it is what it is.
Facts, though. That's all facts, man.
Yeah, I definitely underachieved in hoops.
Did you?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hey, guess what? I did too.
it bothers me to this day. I'm like, God, but it's over. It's over.
What's the last thing you did musically, bro? Like any like project wise, video wise, like song wise?
I did. Well, so my producer name, my rap name is quite nice. My producer name is JaQuaine Beats. So at JaQuaine Beats, I did I think I did some stuff with Scrap and Lou. Yeah, Lou was like the last thing I think that got put out, and I think he's like sitting on one record. I think is gonna be his best record he ever did that no one heard yet. I think he should put it out like now. But it's dope. I'm more like the production is. I love it, man. I love sitting here and meticulously, crafting shit. So, but yeah, I think it was with Lou. I think that's my last thing.
I can't wait to hear it. So he hasn't put it out yet, huh?
No, he hasn't even put it out yet. I think it's fire, man. I mean, we're waiting on it. But I'll be cooking up this like December for what I do kind of slows down a little bit. So I'm gonna see if I'll lock in for like 3 weeks and just cook up.
Send me something, man. I need to
come through.
I need to tighten my pen game up, man. I'm rusty. I ain't gonna front, man. I just spending so much time doing other things, man. But everything is good, man. Everything is good. I love the music. I'm never gonna stop, huh?
What about that dude that you like? You like?
So So I'm actually managing right now.
Yeah.
So I got two. I got the group, the duo, Blacks P, and then I have my man Saya Law. He's from the budget.
Yeah.
So so now we could do something that way where, you know what I mean? I still like to, test my skills, but they're really doing it still. You know what I'm talking about? So
I saw you you went live at a show or a record release or something.
It was the Lock show where he performed. My man Saya Law performed. We actually had him on here. Yeah, we actually had him on here.
He was awesome too.
Yeah, that's my guy. That's my guy. Yeah, it's my guy. We've had dope interviews, man, and this one's right up there with him too.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm crazy, yo. I can tell you stories for days, man. But I'm just here to motivate. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning this thing called life myself, and I'm just trying to be better. And just your positivity, both y'all, your positivity radiates right through here. And I hope people, latch on and this whole podcast, blows up and it becomes famous and you guys go on YouTube, you get a studio, you know what I mean? I hope, because this is how they all start.
That's what it's about.
This is how they all start, man. And then there's that one interview that goes viral. And there's that one clip. Not even the whole interview, a clip. That one clip.
Right.
So you said you wanted
hopefully it's me saying I'm Soldier Boy at Worcester.
Yeah.
Come on. No one was getting on planes like me back in the day. I'll put my passport against y'all. I'm telling you. I'm
on board. I'm on board, bro.
But now, what you gonna
we played at the end of Lou Gonz's last week. He wanted to play. What was that? Everything? Is that what it was?
Everything.
Yeah, I did that beat. Yeah, I did that beat.
You were in that video, right? Oh yeah. Okay. So you said you were gonna play which video is tonight?
So this is a joint actually, and this is why I want to do this because it blends everything, it ties everything all together. Mm-hmm. So we had Lou on last on the show, and then you now, and so this is a joint me, him, Lou, Miko, Lou, and Scrap did.
Yeah.
And then we this is when we was at it. We was grinding, and then we put this video together. We actually shot two, right? Because the other one was with Rex.
The
other one was with Rex, and Rex is phenomenal too.
He's a beast.
So we did that. We went out to Boston to shoot that one in in Rex's hood and all that. So
and big shout out to my man Josh Bliss behind the lens. Bliss. Yo, he's a monster. That's my guy. Like we have a lot of things that we do together that no one knows. Like he's my guy.
So I tied Josh in to shoot a video for Saya Law. He shot Saya Law's last video that we did.
He's a beast. He's such a professional.
Yes.
That's first and foremost. Like if he books you, he's gonna beat it. You know what I mean? Or you book him,
he's real.
A lot of these video dudes are flaky, man. They just but he's not one of those guys. He'll show up. You know what I mean?
Like his demeanor, he's real mellow. Yeah. He's real mellow. He's never gets too high, and I wouldn't say he gets too low, but he's just real even kill. You know what I'm saying?
That's my guy. Like he's my guy. Like we're rooting for each other to win. You know, like there's a lot of behind the scenes of people that want to see each other win, and we like talk. You know what I mean? And motivate each other. You know, and he's one of them, man. He's winning. You know what I'm saying? He's winning. You know, but he's gonna get even bigger. I can't wait till he has like, a Beyonce video or something crazy. You know what I mean? Because he's definitely earned it.
He's going to. He quit his job to do this. Like
see, I mean, Man, life is too short to just be chaining yourself to. And he had a hard job, dog. It wasn't like he was behind the computer, dog. He was digging like trenches, man. He was in construction for real, like driving 2 hours to a job to work 12 and come back and drive 2 hours the other way. Like he had a jobby job.
Right. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike. Hit him with a question. You got one.
Yeah, my fault.
No. I got one last question for you, though. We talked about it, the boxing match.
Oh, yeah.
My man boxing a charity event at the Palladium. I think my buddy John Boy did too. But what was that like?
Oh, that was dope, man. That was dope. That's another thing I wish I did. It was besides boxing earlier.
Wow, you got
definitely. I loved it. I love getting hit. I love hitting. Oh man, but it was an amazing experience to like block out everything for, you know, I think I took it serious. Like I was training for like 3 months, 4 months. I hired a trainer. His name is Daniel. He's over at Camp Get Right. So I was over there like 2 times a day, sometimes hitting the bag, sparring, whatever. But it was a dope experience to and I won too. I beat a corrections officer. I beat his ass, man. He was so he didn't train.
Good for you, man.
I took it so serious.
Good for you, man.
Good shit, man.
So is there anything? Go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say, if you want to run that video, we got like 3 minutes left. Not even, but if you want to run that video quick, Jay, we're gonna have you back, man. Thank you for coming on tonight.
Is there anything? Is there anything else you want to plug before I get to the video?
I want to say this. When it comes to real estate, like, you know, that's what I do. I'm a licensed broker here in Massachusetts, but I live in Worcester, and I want to say that there are so many obstacles that you think that are in your way when you want to buy real estate that are really not in the way. You know what I mean? You just got to read or just have someone, a mentor, to help you through and break through these like so-called barriers. There are programs out there. There's money out there. There's assistance. There's all types of things that can help you buy your first house, your second house, commercial real estate. Do not let a no stop you from getting something in real estate. Do not. You know what I mean? I want to just look at everybody and tell them, you're going to get no's. It happens. You're going to get denied. It happens. But there's somebody out there, when you look them in the eye and shake their hand, they're going to give you the money to buy a house. You just got to get to that person. So that's the legacy. I'm so passionate about that, man.
I love it.
Passionate. So
you switch modes on us real quick.
Yeah. Like
I'm gonna play this joint. I don't know if we're gonna get through the whole thing, but I'm gonna play this joint, man. Salute, Cole, man.
Yeah. All right, brother.
Yeah, good to see you, brother.
You too, man. Big skin.
Yeah, haven't heard this in a minute either. Hold on one second. I gotta share it. You can see the screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, I'm gonna blow it up. You haven't heard me go too much, Mike.
And this building doesn't even exist anymore.
I know.
I love it.
For this crooked type business, we conduct business in. Gotta have thick skin. I've been rocking since Brockton knocking that let me in. Gotta have thick skin. Even I've been the best since back in the secret. I done had thick skin. Them all been raw since the day that he moved out the war. Gotta have thick skin. I'm from a place where they say that inflate pig skin. A place where they hate to see other kids win. If you don't know the place I'm talking about, New England, where they hate to see you riding and eating, shining and gleaming. Is them diamonds I'm seeing talking ice rocks. Then them shits is nice. Run it, nice watch. The price drops, but the sales will rise. Niggas die to be in your shoes, but the hills have eyes. Niggas ride to be in the news and rep their side and call a nigga pussy rich just cause he wet their ride. Step aside, youngin', real nigga alert. I'm coming, had your squad 100 miles and running like I was gunning. Head hunting at that, real rap, my whole stakes on deck, but the guards at bat, meaning we up next to drop bombs, funk flex, dark calms, cash checks. Man, I never asked bet. I've been an asset since cassettes. Throw your hands high to the sky, nigga. You are now rocking with Mash, yes. 508, these other rappers is past tense. Hustle for every dollar, even down to the last cent. Plotting on the cash quick. I got the crack like a black whip. When it clap, skin on your back, shit. I keep the hash lit. The room smoky like it's catfish. Then I bag a chick like I'm Brad Pitt. I got the title like a track list. Gotta be born with thick skin, I'm on the atlas. Word on my mom because you got the dawn backwards. Call me Young Cash and slip talking to matches. Burn so many bridges, see the ashes. Now I need a boat to cross seas, I'm a savage. Way beyond average. Flow skull and bones cause they know I'm a hazard. Ring full of carrots, split bud like a marriage. I got a ball like a maverick. Louis the future like I recorded March Madness. Keep sleeping, no mattress. Cause after this verse, I got him hooked like a dab hit. That's it.
Scrapper. I don't need no introduction. My ball's harder than disabled trying to do construction. Quick to bang out, it ain't always been about the busting. Swiping the plastic nowadays, I ain't slinging nothing. Still the same boy that'll finish it. Somebody tell someone scraps on fire, grab the extinguisher. Most these fools can't be in my presence cause they ain't real enough. Fuck 'em. Got a day, I ain't tearing up. Mind full of anger, heart full of aggression. Grams always told me, follow your heart, don't second guess it. Put me in interrogation, I'll never give a confession. 500 locusts forever reppin'.
Yeah.
Damn, he looks so young, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, that was before you even had the dreads back.
Look at
Crazy.
my joints now.
That's crazy.
Y'all had
crazy.
I had to do that, man.
Come on, for real?
Yeah.
That's phenomenal,
Yeah.
dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, we gotta get back, man.
Where
I
were
think we
you
had a
guys?
little chemistry or
It's on
something.
YouTube.
Right
It's on YouTube. The other one's on there too with Rex. And,
No, I mean,
yeah.
where's that building that you shot that video in?
Oh, that was over off of Main
Illinois
Street.
Street?
It was off
Yeah,
of,
like
of
over
Main
there,
Street.
but it's gone. I don't think that building's there anymore.
They was in the process of demoing it then. I think they was trying to knock it down then. We wasn't supposed to be in that building. We just we just went over there.
No, we just drove by. Was like, yo, that'd be dope to shoot a video. Let's go in there.
We hopped in the window. We went up to the second floor. We had the drone. It was watching us. We was walking around.
Yo, there was like birds and shit in there.
Yeah, there was birds. There was dead birds in there. It was crazy. It was crazy.
That's crazy. Well, now I got to interview you next week on this, man.
Yeah.
Like what? Phenomenal, man.
Yeah, I think you got another one in you, man. Once we do a couple like runs or whatever. But I wanna like get at least one or two beats on your magnum opus, man. I think you got another one left in you, like you get it.
Definitely.
Let's go. And I want that to happen just as well as you want to happen.
If you beat Lou Gonz in the first round, you got to face the line.
Yo, look how skinny Lou was, man.
I know. He had no gray hairs either.
No gray hairs, man. Scrapper skinny. Scrapper big. He's big now. He's
Is
big.
he?
Scrapper. Yeah, man. He's big.
Man.
He's been lifted and stuff. He's big.
Yo, this is phenomenal. I'm about to go watch this football game. Y'all, I love you guys, man.
Mike White just threw a touchdown to Elijah Moore, so I hope you got one of them.
Oh no, but that's okay because when Crowder catches the next one, I'll be like this. One love, man. One love. Thank you for seeing you, man.
Yo, thank you for having me, man. The Legacy Group, y'all check it out. Yo, much love. I'll be in touch with y'all. I hope sooner than later.
You'll be back, my man. Thank you for coming through, Jay. Appreciate it. Good to see you.
All right.
Peace.
Tomorrow, as always, my man.
Peace, Mike.